Okay, we're back with another game in our 50 greatest moves of all time, analyzed with me series. This is move number 46. So I assume you've watched other ones, but if you haven't, we're looking at the greatest moves of all time. It's very, very subjective, but it's what I consider some of the greatest moves. And I'm actually learning a ton just going through these games and figuring out the combinations and the attacks that are going on. So this game is Tau versus Gulko from 1969. I'll put in the notes, and the pieces moving means that we have arrived at the position that we're going to be looking at. So it's white to move, and you can see from the evaluation bar, which is right about there, that white is already winning by over 5 points, so already up a lot. Just looking for the decisive advantage here. So lots attacking. White obviously has this bishop along the diagonal. This queen is close. And this knight is obviously involved. Both rooks can get, well, this rook is involved in the attack. And this rook obviously can get involved very quickly. So let's see here. If you know the move, go ahead and write it down in the comments and tell us or show us your brilliance. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video and we'll give you that time. Otherwise, we're going to continue on and show you what the move is. Move number 46. Okay, same position without the arrows. And the answer is, bam. Rook takes, queen, rook takes, rook slides over. And in this position, white is winning, black resigns. Okay, let's go back and see how that played out. Okay, so rook takes on g7 is the move. That's the move that we're calling the 46th greatest move. We saw what it ends up being, but let's look at this a little more closely. So in this position, black can take the rook, black can take the queen. Black could come and check, a couple of options, but so in the game, black takes the queen. Let's see what happens if black takes the rook. You see the eval bar stay high. What's coming in this position? The rook over. King then check. Where does he go? If he comes there, I think he's just going to get mated. So let's say that he goes back to where he was. What's the follow-up here? What's the follow-up here? Nope, that's not it, because then I think you give black enough time to get back in the game. It can't be take bishop, because then you're losing that. Is it knight take? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Oh, they're just stepping over? No. Oh. The eval bar is having a hard time figuring this one out. So if king goes back... Okay, what's the follow-up move for white here? I would think he has to get the king out of, or the queen out of danger, right? I already tried that, didn't I? Is it just here? Okay, the eval bar likes that. Sometimes these are so hard to figure out without the evaluation bar. What's the idea here? Okay, so the bishop is taking over that diagonal, where obviously the threat is queen coming in to g7. Let's see, let's say black falls asleep and you just get checkmated. So black must have some resources to not get immediately checkmated. I'm not sure what they are, to be honest. Is it just like rook? No, that's still mate. One, take the rook. Duh. Sacrifice a bishop or something? Yeah, so I think you can just throw a couple pieces in the way, but your pieces are just way too out of place to do anything about it. So that's why white wins. If you take the rook, and like we said, in the game, after rook takes, black takes the queen, and then the follow-up, as we saw, is now it tells you it's a forced mate in 6. So black could have resigned at any point along the way, but maybe he was interested to see what the checkmate might look like. Who knows? Okay, and then so now this bishop is eyeing through this rook, or x-raying, I think that it's called. So this rook can move anywhere it wants to and deliver check. And so it takes the bishop, and now that's actually a double check, which are particularly nasty because you have to move the king. So you move the king, another check, and king over, and rook slides in, and it tells us that it's mate in 2. Idea being that I guess the queen could take the rook, and then knight takes. That's mate. Is there anything else to even do? I guess you could like slide the queen over. And then, ooh, that'd be a nasty mate. Yeah, that'd be sick. And I guess you could do the same thing. You could just move the queen. So you could take the rook, you could take the knight, sorry, and then you just get mated with rook. So lots of options for checkmate. Having both of those rooks right beside the king are obviously, obviously incredibly powerful. So if we go back to the original move 46, it was a couple moves back. It was the amazing rook takes on g7. Again, giving up either a rook or a queen, but either way, the game ends the same way with white winning. Okay, if you like that video and you've been liking this series, like and subscribe. And move number 46, that video should be down and over there, right around there. Okay, thanks for watching.